What's up? It's AK Babyface. Subscribe to Supporting Icons for the latest boxing news.
So, a little food for thought. Tyson Fury signs an £80 million contract with ESPN and Top Rank. Anthony Joshua signs $100 million just to extend his deal with Matchroom and Sky Sports. And how much he got for DAZN, no idea. That hasn't been revealed. But what we do know with Anthony Joshua and his DAZN contract is it's not an exclusive, but DAZN have first refusal and last refusal on his fights. Okay, so he does have some kind of deal with DAZN, but that doesn't necessarily mean he has to fight on DAZN. He's still free to fight on any other network that he chooses. But with Anthony Joshua, you see, his very first fight, as Bruce Fein said, and it's true what he says, where his very first fight, his 23rd fight in total, but his very first fight on American soil is at Madison Square Garden. Historically, a place where celebrities, sportsmen, boxers would dream to be performing on. But he gets to do this on his debut. Tyson Fury, as I said, 80 million. I forget what the deal is. Is it a 3-year deal or is it a 5-fight deal? Whatever it may be, either way, 80 million to sign with Bob Arum's Top Rank and ESPN. And again, how much is he getting to extend his deal with BT Sport? As we know, he signed up with BT Sport this time last year. And he would have got a huge sign-on fee. And now he's just extended it again. And he would have got another huge signing-on fee. We can only speculate how much that is. But you can guarantee that with the BT and ESPN, Tyson Fury will be exceeding 100 million. So him and Joshua are probably there or thereabouts, not too far apart. And it makes you wonder, what's happened with Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, and he's American. But yet Tyson Fury goes to America. Anthony Joshua is going to America. And these guys are getting money thrown at them. They've been thrown so much money, they won't know what to do with it. These guys are taking over American boxing at heavyweight. Look at Tyson Fury. He fought Sefer Ferry, who's actually a part-time boxer, a full-time promoter. Then he fought Francisco Pianeta, a gatekeeper. And then he went straight in with Wilder, and most people felt he wasn't ready. And he wasn't ready, and that's the truth of it. Tyson Fury said himself that he wasn't at full match fitness. And look what he done to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's stock has fallen through the floor. When it came to their fight, as I said to you guys, it was Tyson Fury that sold that event. The American public warmed to Tyson Fury. Hence the reason why it did as well as it did. It didn't do great because Wilder was in the other corner. Wilder's never been pay-per-view before. And this should give you a little bit of clarity on it. So, will this deal that Tyson Fury has signed with ESPN, will that potentially block or stop a rematch? Potentially it could, okay? But ultimately we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it doesn't and the fight does go ahead. But if it doesn't, Tyson Fury can go fight other ESPN and Top Rank fighters, maybe a Kubrat Pulev or a Oscar Rivas or whoever it is that they've got on their books. And there's a very good chance it'll be put on a pay-per-view via the ESPN Plus app, right? I'm not exactly sure how things work over there in America, of course not, because we don't get the ESPN Plus, we don't get Showtime and or DAZN, but I have a good idea of it. So I would imagine that Tyson Fury will be pay-per-view. Deontay Wilder, who's he going to fight to be pay-per-view outside of Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury? He isn't, is he? So if he goes and fights, say, Dominic Brazil next, who is currently the mandatory, I know about the WBC ordering him versus Dillian Whyte for the official mandatory. We get that, but as of right now, he's still the mandatory. Now, Wilder, he can't pull out of the Tyson Fury fight. Okay, he can't say, no, I'm not doing that. He's backed into a corner. Tyson Fury can, and nothing really will happen except he'll probably get dropped out of the WBC rankings as a punishment for it. But Wilder, if he pulls out, he'll lose his title. So who is it that Wilder is going to fight that's going to be on pay-per-view? Is he going to fight Dominic Brazil? Would that be pay-per-view? No. Apparently he's been talking about Adam Kownacki, a good, young, undefeated Polish-American fighter. Best friends with Big Baby Jarrell Miller. But that isn't going to be pay-per-view, is it? A rematch with Luis Ortiz. Is that going to be pay-per-view? Potentially, maybe. I don't know how big a pull Luis Ortiz is in America. A lot of people felt that their first fight should have been stopped in round number 7. They felt that Deontay Wilder got a lot of help from the referee and the medical team. And people say, but in New York, that's what happens. It's perfectly legal. But yet they didn't check on Luis Ortiz, though, did they? When he got dropped in round number 5, or when he got dropped for the first time in round number 10. They didn't check on him, but they check on Wilder, who never actually hit the deck. So, who is it that Wilder's going to fight? There is nobody. And this proves the point that I said to you guys, that Tyson Fury was the reason it was pay-per-view. Tyson Fury was. He was the one who put bums on seats. He's the one who sold the entire event. Because Wilder cannot be pay-per-view without Tyson Fury or without Anthony Joshua. Would he be pay-per-view against Dillian Whyte? He would be if he fought in the UK against Dillian Whyte. If that fight happens in America, which I'm not confident that Wilder would ever give Dillian Whyte a voluntary. But if he did, and actually gruesome, and if he did give Dillian Whyte a voluntary, and the fight took place in America, would it be pay-per-view? No, it wouldn't. So this proves the point that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua at heavyweight have taken over. You could probably argue that Dillian Whyte has taken over more than Deontay Wilder also. Just him turning up for the Manny Pacquiao and Adrian Broner fight. You've seen the people rushing to interview him. He was all over the news. Because potentially he could be talking to the PBC. He could be talking to Top Rank. He could be talking to Golden Boy. He could be talking to whoever. The American media system went into meltdown for Dillian Whyte. So again, that shows that Dillian Whyte is there or thereabouts already. Dillian Whyte could probably go sign with Top Rank and get a mammoth deal if he wanted to. But he likes to be a free agent. But with Wilder, when you're a PBC fighter, you don't have signing on fees. You pay them to be part of their team. You pay Al Heyman to be your advisor. But they don't promote you. So you promote yourself. So there's no sign-on fee. Any PBC fighter can fight on any other network. Wilder doesn't have to fight on Showtime or Fox. He could go fight on ESPN. Now, the thing is with that, is that I don't understand why the PBC don't set up some kind of contract to lock some guys in, because all of them are free agents, which I understand why it takes down the barrier to block fights. But yet, a lot of the PBC fights like Errol Spence, well, I can't fight Terence Crawford because you're on the wrong side of the street. Well, no, he's on the right side of the street. You can walk on any side of the street that you want because you're not tied down with a contract. But even Wilder, even if you look at the PBC stable of fighters, Wilder is way down on the pecking order. He's way behind of potential earnings and pay-per-views compared to Errol Spence Jr., for example, compared to Manny Pacquiao, compared to Adrian Broner, compared to Mikey Garcia, compared to Jarrett Hurd. He's way down the pecking order. Now, there's nothing in the world stopping him from thinking, right, you know what? I'm going to approach Sky Sports. I'm going to approach BT Sport about having exclusive in the UK. That's free money. You can show my next 3 fights or my next fights for the next 3 years, whatever it may be. And then they'll go, okay, then great. And this is how much we're willing to give you. And he's getting free money. Because should he really care what camera is pointed at him? He could do that. I mean, that's pretty much what I was saying about Dillian Whyte a little while ago, because he's a free agent, okay, with Matchroom. He has a one-fight deal with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, so it's a rolling one fight. So his next fight will always be on Sky Sports, being promoted by Matchroom and Eddie Hearn, okay? If he wants to end that deal, then he has that one fight, and then he doesn't have to fight on their show after. But if he's planning on staying with Matchroom and Sky Sports for the next 2 or 3 years, then why not sign a contract for that effect and just get free money to sign on? You know, it's free money if you're planning on staying there. Maybe Wilder should go to Al Heyman and the PBC and say, listen, if you want me to stay on there and be exclusive to Showtime and Fox, rather than just have my verbal loyalty, show me the money. But as of right now, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury have taken over heavyweight boxing in America. And I said, Dillian Whyte ain't far behind. All he's got to do is say to top rank Bob Arum, yeah, go on in, I'll sign with you. And you can show all my fights in America. And he will get a huge deal too. But nobody's really approaching Wilder, are they? I mean, Eddie Hearn did, he approached, but his pride gets in the way, because Wilder, for him, he's quite happy to make $2 million per fight. To him, that's huge money. To me, that's huge money. To most people on the planet, that's huge money, okay? So he's quite happy living the lifestyle. He lives a very simple or simplistic lifestyle, okay? He's not one for going out and doing the Floyd Mayweather, buying his own jets and stupid amounts of money on watches or that kind of thing. He lives the kind of lifestyle that he likes, which is for his family, which is absolutely great. But ultimately, it comes down to money when you look at who is a star. Lomachenko is a star. Terence Crawford is a star. Manny Pacquiao is a star. Canelo is a star. There's quite a few people who are stars. But Deontay Wilder is not one of them. But he's only pay-per-view if you stick Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua in the other corner. Potentially Dillian Whyte, potentially. But I wouldn't want to put my head on the block and say that it is. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.